Example, onerous contract. A Limited signed an operating lease agreement for their factory building in Sandton on 1 January 2009 until 31 December 2011, a three-year agreement at $80,000 per month. On 31 December 2009, A Limited moves their activities to Pretoria and vacates the Sandton factory building. The operating lease cannot be cancelled by A Limited. A Limited sublease the factory building to B Limited for the remainder of the three-year lease term at 60,000 Rand per month as from 1 January 2010. An appropriate discount rate for similar transactions is 10% per annum, nominal and pre-tax. Prepare the journal entries for 2009 to 2011 in respect of the above mentioned onerous contract. Now guys, first you had to identify on your own this is an onerous contract. Why? Because A Limited has to pay 80,000 a month and only receive 60,000. Therefore the 80,000, which is our unconditional costs, exceeds the income, 60,000, and they rent out this property from 1 January 2010. Now we need to prepare the journal entries. There's a monthly shortfall of 20,000 and the discount rate is 10% per annum. I've included our timeline for us. Now, the contract becomes onerous on 31 December 2009. Therefore, on this date, A Limited has to recognize a provision for onerous contracts. Now, we have identified that there is a monthly shortfall of 20,000. Now, remember monthly, that you will then have to identify that this will be your payments in your financial calculator, and we will have to provide for this onerous contract at the end of 2009. Therefore, we will have to calculate the present value of this shortfall for the following 24 months. Therefore, your period is 24 months, your rate 10%, and your payment 20,000, and this shall result in 433,417. Debit your operating lease expense and credit provision for onerous contracts. For 2010, you will have to recognize the interest. Now guys, you need to use your financial calculator. Debit interest expense, credit provision. 2011, exactly the same journal entry. Now you can test yourself, guys. Remember, this will be 480,000 at the end. We have recognized an amount of 433,417 plus the interest for 2010. This is 34073 plus the interest for 2011, 12510. And this will result in a 480,000 amount.